Okay. All right. So my name is Jen, short for Jennifer. My last name is Good now, like good and now. My ancestors on both sides were invited to leave their countries at the end of a gun because they were religious fanatics who were asked to leave. And they came to New York during the Great Depression. All of New York City, let me put it like this, all of New York City is really a collection of small neighborhoods. And if you live in your neighborhood long enough, you get to know your neighbors, you know the people who work in the stores, and it's like a small village within a really large city. I grew up, I was a young child in the 1970s, and some of my first memories of New York, um, there was a garbage strike. So the garbage collectors went on strike. And I remember there were just piles and piles and piles of garbage bags outside of apartment buildings. And I remember as a little kid thinking, man, there's got to be something better than this. Like, this is a mess. Um, and New York was it was very dangerous back then during like my entire childhood, 1970s, 1980s. When I went away to college, I came back at Thanksgiving. That's the first like break that you have in college in America. So that's in November. And I came back and I saw some stores had closed. And I was like, wait, how could that happen when I'm not here? Like, what? It was such a shock. And that's when I realized nothing. I mean, that's the nature of New York City. Nothing is permanent. So you cannot get emotionally attached to like, it has to stay the same. And I like summer because I like heat and humidity, and I'm very unusual that way. So in my heart, I am like, I should live in the tropics or something. New York is really hot in the summertime, and I like the fall because it's really pretty here, and I like the spring because the flowers are really beautiful. I think winter is my least favorite, and it can be really pretty when it snows, but then after it snows, all the snow becomes like black, and that's not so pretty. But there's a difference between New Yorkers and people who come here from somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah. There is nowhere else like it. Being from here is really different. It's a very different childhood growing up in New York City. I think New Yorkers have pride in a few things, and it's all like insider information. So everybody has like their favorite pizza place that they don't want anybody else to know about, or their favorite bagel place that they're keeping a secret. And then I found, especially in Northern Ireland, I understood that people there are very interdependent. Like Americans, we have I am an individual, and that's our identity. Like, that's how we live. It's from our tradition and our history, and we think it's a good thing to be an individual. Like, we love it. And go out there and make your own life. Like, that's very American. Was very interesting for me. And it made me realize that being interdependent, it doesn't necessarily work here. But then there are some ways it does. Like, because I live in the apartment I grew up in, there's some neighbors here I've known my entire life. And I'm a little bit interdependent with them, right? And that's what makes New York, New York, that there's all these little neighborhoods that are like a little town inside of a big, big city, is that interdependence that can happen.